Peace, and welcome to another episode of Building the Cipher with your host, Master Browsey. Today's episode is going to be about knowledge is the foundation, supreme mathematics, and real talks for the mind. You know, knowledge is the foundation. If you don't know, you can't grow. Right? Y'all know my slogan. It's Master Browsey, building the minds, living mathematics, speaking the real. Let's build the cipher. I get some claps in there for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Peace, you know. Once again, it's Master Browsey. You know what I'm saying? You just tuned into the cipher where we don't just talk, we build. We just don't talk, we build here, you know what I'm saying? Today we're going to be dealing with the first principle in supreme mathematics, which is knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because without it, nothing stands. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge. Without knowledge, nothing stands. In supreme mathematics, knowledge is the foundation. It means to look, listen, observe, as well as respect. It's the first step to becoming the true and living. You know what I mean? If you don't know who you are, where you at, and what you're doing, then you can't grow. You know? Think about that. If you don't know who you are, where you at, or what you're doing, you can't grow. That's what to think about, you know what I'm saying? That's why they keep so many of us distracted, you know, stuck in loops. Some of us angry at our baby mothers, frustrated with the court systems, child support, you know, all different types of systems that try to hold the black man from getting jobs, taking care of his family, do what he got to do as a black man. You know, we got the systems that hold us down. We're chasing things that never feed us. You know what I'm saying? People start chasing materialistic stuff that's not really feeding you. Things that's not giving your mind room for development. It keeps you distracted and it keeps you not growing mentally, you know? It's a distraction. Yet, knowledge will bring you order. It makes you a man that moves with purpose, not motion. You see? Knowledge makes you a man who moves with purpose and not motion. You know, that's why I want y'all young men to get that. Knowledge, man, get the knowledge, you know. I'm gonna ask you, you know why so many men stay in pain? You know why so many men stay in pain? They don't stop to study themselves. They don't start to study themselves. That's why a lot of us are in pain. We don't stop to study ourselves to see why we are in pain. You know what I'm saying? They don't look, they don't listen, and they never observe their own behavior. That's one thing we don't do as men. We don't look, we don't listen, and we don't never observe our own behavior, how we are carrying our own self. You know what I'm saying? Because we tell ourselves when it's our own self, and sometimes things can make you other than your own self. You know what I mean? Yeah. With that thing saying, you know, with that, you can't lead no household, you can't lead no children, you can't lead no community if you don't first learn to lead yourself, because it first starts with you. You have to have the knowledge of you. You have to first take the first steps to learn how to lead yourself. You know, that's the knowledge. Knowledge is not about being perfect. It's about being present, being aware, and being responsible for your own mind. You know what I mean? Give you a life example, you know. I remember when I was out there, you know, overreacting to everything, you know, had a short temper. I was stubborn. I didn't want to listen to nothing nobody had to tell me. I was out there disconnected to the world. I was broke. I was out there doing robberies, doing things in an uncivilized manner that kept me not in my true self of who I was. I wasn't in that foundation of knowledge of me. You know, it took me a while to rebuild that and grow myself back to that man who I was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's that knowledge. Knowledge, it's what knowledge does. Knowledge, it reveals the pattern to you. That's what knowledge does. This is what knowledge does. It reveals the pattern. It shows you where your linking power at. And then you patch it, you plug it, and then you get up and you rise. You know what I'm saying? That's all we can do as men. Patch it, plug it, and we rise. Because knowledge shows us that we have to be a strong foundation. So when something's wrong, we got to fix it. Make sure that we stay fixed, stay healthy, and stay wealthy. You know what I'm saying? The mind and the body. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I want to give y'all today's affirmation of the day. You know, as I told you, we're going to be dealing with mathematics, affirmations, and real life for real men. You know what I'm saying? The affirmation of the day, I want you to repeat after me. I observe, I learn, I grow, I master my energy. Once again, I observe, I learn, I grow, I master my energy. Number 2, affirmation. My knowledge is my weapon, my mind is my throne. Again with me. My knowledge is my weapon, and my mind is my throne. The 3rd affirmation, I am not what they gave me. I am what I know. Again, I am not what they gave me. I am what I know. These are the affirmations for you today, for you to go through your day with, something positive, because that's what we try to stay into a positive mind. Master Brown's here is about positivity, never negativity. You know what I'm saying? All about us coming together in unity as one. And once again, if this resonates with you, I want you to hit that subscribe button, share with somebody who wants to straight this, with another brother who wants to rise and come to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to come together as men, strong foundations, and we can all take back our families and become a dominant village. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back to where there was a village that took care of the family, grandmas and aunties and big moms on the porches. You know, that was the science. We need to bring it back to that. That's the foundation. With that, I want to say peace. Always welcome, subscribe. Catch me on Tuesdays and Fridays for the bill, for the affirmations, and for the real talk for the real men. Once again, this is Building the Cipher with your host, Master Brown. I want to say peace to all the human families, peace to gods and earths, peace to the babies. You have a great day. Peace.